Hey everyone, this is Shay, and today we are going to be talking about the college football playoffs. As a fan of football, and this year was refreshing for me as a fan since my Arizona State Sun Devils will be playing their first conference championship in their brand new conference since leaving the Pac 12. They are playing for the Big 12 championship against Iowa State University this weekend. Arizona State University really turned some heads this year. They were picking to finish dead last in the conference. Since the last 2 years, they had a record of 3-9, and this year, complete turnaround of 10-2. So good luck, Devils. You earned a chance to be in the college football playoffs. If you like these off-topic discussions that isn't World of Tanks or World of Warship, please leave a comment below. Also, press like and subscribe to the channel. It keeps it and to keep videos of the games and random discussions as a group. Did you know going in championship weekend, we have 6 teams in the top 12 not playing for a conference championship? Those teams are Notre Dame, Ohio State, Tennessee, Indiana University, Alabama, and Miami University. We will talk about all these teams and why some of them shouldn't even be ranked at all in the top 12. And the reason why I decided to talk about this subject was because I was sitting down the other day and I was clicked on YouTube and saw a video with ESPN's First Take, Stephen A. Smith, and Paul Flybaum arguing who should be ranked above who with Alabama and Miami University. And I was thinking, both these schools are not playing for a conference championship. Why are they even ranked this high? Especially Alabama as a 3-loss school without Nick Saban as the head coach. So I decided to do my own research and found out these other schools too. And we're going to start with Notre Dame. They're a special case. They are not playing this weekend because they do not belong part of a conference. They are an independent college, and they are 11-1 on the year. But based on the selection committee saying Alabama should be ranked above Miami because of strength of schedule, well, sorry, Notre Dame. You didn't play anyone that finished in the top 25 this year, so you played a schedule that was a bunch of cream puffs. Do you really deserve the chance to go there because you had a season filled with teams that were mediocre? Based on what the selection committee said, I would think not. So why did they even rank you at number 4? Number 4. You don't even deserve it. I wouldn't rank you higher than 8 based on that logic alone. So you deserve to be there based on record, but also in the future, if you're an independent school or what's left of the Pac-12, go find conferences where you could play in a conference to qualify for national championship. I don't think these schools deserve anything because they don't get the comparisons other schools or tiebreakers these other schools have to go through to make the national championship. So just because you're an independent and because you used to be a really great team for a lot of years in the 70s does not make you a great team in the 2015 era, 2020 era. It doesn't matter. Notre Dame is Notre Dame. I get it, but they're getting it there based on their logo. And I'm sorry, that's a thing of the past. We should be basing things based on what they do in their conferences, and this is how it's going to be. I will have a solution at the end, towards the end of this video, to describe how the playoffs should be. Next is Ohio State. 10-2 record. Yeah, they had a good season, but they failed the regular season. They're not in the conference championship, and they lost their last week to Michigan. Michigan wasn't even ranked. They were barely a 500 team, and Ohio State lost on their home field. How the hell are they still in the top 10? How? Makes no sense. Ohio State, your season is a failure. You do not deserve a chance to play in the national championship game. Tennessee, I don't follow your school a whole lot, but I do know you lost to Georgia earlier in the year, and losing to Georgia is what's keeping you out of playing in the conference championship game. I'm sorry, you shouldn't be ranked in the top 12 either because you're not playing in the championship game. Yes, you have a good team, but unfortunately, You're outside looking in. You shouldn't be inside looking out. You because you're an SEC team, you're given a pass. This is a problem because ESPN for years and years has said the SEC is the best conference, Big Ten's the next best conference. We've been listening to this, and with all these five, six teams in here, we have four teams from Big Ten and four teams from SEC in the playoffs. That's denying other conferences the opportunity to play for a national championship. They're all Division I schools. I'm sorry, but I don't agree. And one of those schools taking up that spot from the Big Ten, Indiana University. They would be playing for a conference championship if they beat Ohio. They have an 11-1 record, outstanding because they're normally known to be a great basketball college school. But this year their football team was outstanding. But unfortunately, that loss to Ohio kept them from playing in the conference championship because Penn State held the tiebreaker over them for, I guess, common teams that they played against, and I guess Penn State had the better, probably point total. They probably both won, but who won by the most points was probably the determining outcome. Sorry, Indiana, you don't deserve to be in the top 12. You're not in the conference championship. Now, Alabama. You shouldn't even be ranked in the top 25 at all. You're a three-loss team in the SEC. Shouldn't be even considered to be ranked above Miami. It's a joke. And what Stephen A. Smith and Paul Feinbaum were arguing about makes no sense. Both teams don't deserve to be there. Just because Alabama is an SEC team and the name Alabama, they are given the push by the selection committee because it's Alabama in the SEC. I'm sorry, but we cannot be having these biases. Who's the best? If they don't win in their conference as a conference champion, they failed. They shouldn't be playing for a national championship. Quit giving teams a second and third chance because of where they're located. It makes no sense. It's stupid. Miami, you're not playing for a conference championship. So you do not deserve to go to the big dance for a national championship playoff. Sorry, I don't agree with any of it. Again, if you disagree or agree, mention below in the comments what you think about these teams. Did they get placed high because of name recognition or conference recognition? If we go by CBS Sports predictions, like I mentioned earlier, four SEC teams and four Big Ten teams are slated to be in the college football playoffs. That's two-thirds of the playoff teams. Do these conferences deserve that many? Of course not. This is college football. There are a lot of conferences out there. This is my solution to fixing the problem from the old BCS days. The last week of the season, we do not care about what the AP rankings, coaches rankings, computer rankings, or even a third party fan ranking system out there because all of them have one thing in common. They were created by a human, and human emotions create a bias, and therefore they're going to be wrong. The only thing we can agree on who the number one team should be right now is Oregon. They won undefeated all year long. They deserve to be number one going into championship weekend. They could still lose, not a big deal. But what we should be doing is erase the rankings that's going into conference weekend. Erase them and place them based on who's playing in the conference championship. And I believe there's up to 10 conferences. So um, what you do, you place the teams based on their records and tiebreakers and stuff like that, and we can get a good feel where they should be ranked realistically based on conference championship play. And if and then once the conference championship weekend is over, then those 10 winners should be slated in the top 10, and any school left over with a very good record, even those that didn't play in conference champ, should be the ones outside looking in for those last two spots. That's the way I believe it should be, because I believe conference champions should be playing conference champions to be a national champion. That is my take on it. Tell me what you think. Do you agree? Do you have a better system out there? You know, the old BCS system is a failure. They have failed all of us for years and years and years with the 14, and they're making the same mistakes with the 12 team. They're just finding more ways to get Big Ten and SEC schools because of the bias that ESPN's been forcing down our throat for years and years, decades. SEC is the best conference in college football. The Big Ten is right behind them. And then they don't know how to rank anyone thereafter. We've been listening to it. We're done. If they can't win their conference, they don't deserve the chance to go play in a national championship. There's no reason to cut out all the other conferences because, oh, they didn't, we don't know that school very well. So what? Who cares? The kids who are going to these schools are earning an education, they're student athletes, and they should be the ones, if they have a great season in their conference, having the right to play for a national championship. That's the way I think about it. That's the way it should be. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way with the selection committee. The selection committee works great for basketball, and it doesn't work well for football. Football, win your conferences, get to the, and that's the way it should be. We should not have more playoffs, more than the 12 teams right now. I could say they could probably go to 16, but no, we don't need that. We don't need that because whatever we got for conferences, that's what we should be doing. Anyways, guys, tell me what you think, and I would love to have this discussion in the comments section. Have a great day, and we'll see you in the next video. And we'll have other random topics, and I would like to keep this series going as well. You guys have a great day.